Good morning, everybody. Adam Bergman here from Turks and Caicos. You know I got to wake up at 6:30 in the morning to give you an absolute banger of a video. If you've been following my channel for a while, I did start a brand new challenge, a brand new series where I'm DCAing $50 a day into a cryptocurrency portfolio trying to reach a $1 million bag, a beautiful $1 million cryptocurrency portfolio, because at the end of the day, that is the holy grail of cryptocurrency. I cheated a little bit, and I'm going to give you my plays. Yesterday, I didn't buy, and today I did buy. Instead of buying 50 and 50, which is 100, I actually bought 60 and 60, which is 120. And the reason I did this is because I did 6 projects and I put in $20 per project for $120. The reason why I'm going to pick these 6 projects is because, let me break down crypto in general. There are blue chips. Blue chip cryptos are probably 1 through 10, excluding any stable coins. And I hate to say it, I don't think SHIB is in there and Doge is in there, but technically they are, right? They're in that top 10 or close to it. And then there's close to blue chips, which is spot 10 to 20. And then there's a absolutely royal rumble of cryptocurrencies that all have amazing technology in their own right. And they're kind of the middle of the pack, top 50s. And this is going to be the cryptocurrency spot 30 to 40 approximately. And this is literally the biggest potential in the next bull run with the least amount of possibility of them not going. Does that make sense? So they're kind of getting their footing. They're kind of stable and they have a huge potential for the future and less potential that they're not completely unknown and not going to make it. Make sense? So in this video, I picked 6 different projects to buy into, and the projects are going to be in no particular order: Algorand, Near Protocol, Hedera HBAR, Quant Network QNT token, Phantom FTP, and ICP. Some of these projects you guys are more familiar with, and I've spoke about them in the past. Some of these projects are newer and you've never heard of them. I'm trying to avoid the sun. I apologize in advance. Now you know why I'm investing in these projects, because they're right in the middle, spot 30 to 40. And I think Phantom is like spot 42 right now. It's right on the outside. I think Hedera is like 33. Nair is like 32 or 34. Algorand's like 36. And then it goes like Algorand, ICP, Quant, and Phantom right outside, like for spot 40, 42. So let's break down why I like each of these projects. Hedera, it's a DAG, direct acyclic graph. It's not a blockchain, and they have immense scalability in the future. They can do over 10,000 transactions currently, and they don't need to shard in order to hit 10,000 transactions. They can go a lot higher without sharding. Technically, once they start sharding, they can hit 1 million+ transactions. Obviously, I have a really cool spot in my heart for Hedera Hashgraph, and I think that Hedera Hashgraph will easily reach their all-time high and surpass their all-time high. Currently, there is going to be a release of 6.28% or 3+ billion Hedera HBAR into the ecosystem, and this might be a good time to be able to buy the dip, but that's completely 100% up to you if you guys want to do that or not. After Hedera Hashgraph, I also like Phantom. Not even close between Phantom and Hedera, but Phantom is also, for me, a cool project because it is a DAG, also a direct acyclic graph. Both of them have extremely high throughput, extremely cheap, and extremely scalable. Phantom can do 20,000 transactions per second. It's not a comparison, guys. None of these projects are comparisons. All 6 of these projects are to be in people's portfolio, in my personal opinion. None of this is advice whatsoever. So I like Hedera and I like Phantom because both of them are DAGs and they have very interesting technologies. They have an extremely robust ecosystem and they have an extremely robust DeFi system. Both of them use EVM, Ethereum Virtual Machine, so they make it really easy to onboard the developers of the Ethereum protocol to come on over to Hedera, to come on over to Phantom Network. Hedera is doing better than Phantom Network in terms of price and where they are, but it's all in the same realm. As I said, all 6 of these projects are going to be in the same realm. So this is the reason why I like Hedera HBAR and Phantom FTM token. Those are my 2 choices for those from this 6. After those 2 projects, let's talk a little bit about Algorand. As you know, Algorand, the algo coin, I absolutely love Algorand. I love Algorand because of their pure proof of stake protocol, which means 1 Algorand means 1 vote. Anybody can run an Algorand consensus node. Essentially, if you have a computer that plugs into the wall, you're good to go. And that's all you need in order to run an Algorand consensus node. You don't need anything special. You don't need any crazy hardware computers. And that's one of the reasons why you get into Algorand. Algorand is super, super fast. 6,000 transactions per second, sub 1 penny cost per transaction. It has their own language and it has their own virtual machine, the Algorand virtual machine, which is pretty cool. So Hedera for me is super scalable and for commercial use, for enterprise use. Phantom, probably the same. I don't know as much about Phantom, but definitely Hedera for me is for enterprise use with their governing council members. Algorand for me is probably 50-50 between enterprise commercial use and retail use. So institutional, commercial, enterprise, and retail, which is myself and you. Algorand, I believe, has a huge future, and easily my favorite projects out of everything that I'm going to mention is Algorand and Hedera are definitely up there of my favorite projects. Not only my own, I have one more of this list of 6 that are my absolute favorites. So there you go. Hedera, you have Phantom Network, you have Algorand, and now I want to talk about Near Protocol. On this channel, I haven't spoken about Near Protocol too much. Near Protocol has their own virtual machine as well, the Near virtual machine, and they rely on sharding to get their transactions per second. In the future, they're going to reach, in theory, 100,000 transactions per second. Actually, it's very similar to Ethereum 2.0 once Ethereum 2.0 gets all of their capabilities. I didn't dig into Near as much as I did with the other projects, but the reason I'm investing in Near is specifically because they're in that Royal Rumble of spot 30 to 40, approximately plus or minus. It does have really cool capabilities. It actually reminds me really close, like I said, of Ethereum 2.0 with their own language. And some project like Harmony, for example, they do rely on sharding to get you those transactions per second. Algorand, no sharding. Hedera does not need sharding, but will have sharding in the future to scale to those 1 million transactions per second if need be. It's all about throttle up. All of these projects do have maximum supplies. Near Protocol, 1 billion maximum supply. Algorand, 10 billion maximum supply. Hedera, 50 billion maximum supply. Phantom, 3.75 billion maximum supply. Now I want to talk about some very interesting projects that are extremely unique, that have such a moat around them because they're the only ones that do what they do. They literally came up with a brand new technique. The first project that I want to talk about, of course, is Quant Network. Quant Network is not a blockchain. It's actually an operating system. And on this list of 6 projects is the only token play. But it's not a token play like you would assume of like a Shiba Inu or a Floki Wookie or any of these things. It's actually a completely different, altogether cryptocurrency where they're literally the Microsoft, right? Microsoft, like Windows for computers. Quant Network is the Windows for blockchain. And they believe in true interoperability between different blockchains, between private, public, government, hybrid, and anything in between, including CBDCs. Quant Network has a maximum supply, but the tokenomics of Quant Network doesn't really make a difference over here because, like I said, Quant Network has something called Quant Network Overledger. Overledger is an operating system when it comes to blockchains. When you have these blockchains, it allows you to have interoperability, and the way that Quant Network brings value to the Quant token is the Quant token has true utility of the Quant over ledger, which means if you download the operating system, you need to pay for a license. If you pay for the license, you can pay in crypto or you can pay in fiat. No matter if you pay in fiat or you pay a Quant token, they're going to convert your fiat into more Quant token. You then pay for your licensing agreement. They take those Quant tokens, they take the Quant tokens, they put them into a treasury, they lock it up for 12 months. This brings scarcity and increases the value and demand of Quant token. anytime you have an in-app purchase, anytime you want to sell something, anytime you want to trade something in the quant over ledger, because there's quant developers and there's third-party developers. So you can develop on the quant over ledger. So you can come up with some really cool shit and people will buy your apps, like an app store, like straight up an app store. For everything you need quant token. And that's why I believe quant token is super, super unique. I go into it in detail in this channel, and one of the most interesting use cases in cryptocurrency. And they're not a competition for example, Cosmos or Polkadot. They're completely different type of interoperability, and they're more of a complement for monetary systems. Gilbert Verdian is a true businessman, and he wants the value of quant to go up, and he wants a use case. The use case is this interoperability that then converts into monetary systems and complements monetary systems. Finally on this list is going to be ICP, which stands for the Internet Computer Protocol. I made a video about this the other day. Also an extremely unique case. ICP is not a blockchain so much as a brand new internet, a brand new decentralized internet. We talk about Web3 all the time. This is literally a brand new internet. How is it a brand new internet? They have nodes. Nodes are put together, and then you have a subnet. A subnet is an independent blockchain on ICP. And all these subnets that comprise all of these nodes are built on the Internet Computer Protocol. And then they have a DAO, which calls nervous system, where it stores all of the data. And if you stake your ICP on the nervous system, you get to vote what's going to happen in the future. Then they have something called canisters, which are unique smart contracts, which do all the smart contract capabilities that you're used to, but also extreme unique smart contract capability specifically for ICP use cases. Guys, I love unique projects. This is one of the reasons why I love Algorand, because it's extremely unique when it comes to blockchains because of their consensus mechanism. I obviously love Hedera because they're so unique in general, but specifically their DAG technology, which kind of led me to Phantom. And I'm not comparing Phantom to Hedera. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just explaining to you, I do like DAG technology. I like Quant Network and ICP because of their uniqueness and their moat that I just said over here. And Nair Protocol, I didn't do enough research on it yet, but I like them because they're in those Royal Rumble phases, and that's why I want them in my portfolio. If for nothing else, I do believe in the next bull run, all of these projects, including Nair, are going to have a nice bull run. Which one is going to reign supreme? I'm going to leave that for a completely different video. Let me know in the comments down below if these projects are all in your portfolio, and if you guys are planning to DCA in any of these projects. I would love to learn more about these projects, specifically the projects that I don't know as much about, Nair or ICP. I do know a lot more about those other 4 projects that I just spoke about than Nair and ICP, but I definitely want to learn more. And I believe that these 6 projects, if they're in your portfolio, then in the next bull run, you have a very good chance, if you DCA into them, to becoming a cryptocurrency millionaire. And if you're never going to become a cryptocurrency millionaire, that's okay, as long as you're making more money then than you have now through your investments. You're okay, and you did all right. Guys, none of this is financial advice. This is purely 100% for entertainment and educational purposes only. Please hit this next video if you enjoy my type of content. Thank you very much, and have a great day.